Hi, my name is Vache from recordingstudio9.com, and in today's video clip I'm just going to show you a new gear that I purchased, if you call it gear that I purchased hopefully to improve my mixing stage and monitoring stage. At the moment my monitoring speakers are the Gemini, the 8-inch Gemini Active Studio monitors, and currently they are sitting on my workstation bench. So I finally had the time and the chance to purchase some foams that actually sit underneath the speakers, and basically the purpose of these foams is to isolate the speaker from the rest of the bench. So especially with the bass sounds, so they're not actually vibrating too, and then they're not going through the ground and into the room. So they claim that this will actually improve the sound of the room and make it, especially the lower ends, and obviously improving the sound, what you hear, make it, I guess, better mixing, better, mixing levels of the instruments. So hopefully we'll see how it goes and what the difference is. As soon as I put them on, I will give you my review, see how it actually sounds, whether if it is any difference or not, or is a waste of money. We'll find out. Okay, the foams are in place and has been adjusted, and part of the speaker adjustments and how it's located, as you can see, they are sitting right balanced between my monitor, obviously, when you're looking into it, and most of the time when mixing it down you are looking at the monitor to adjust levels and so on. So practically you'll be sitting right in the middle of the speakers, halfway through left and right, and at the same time it needs to be into a triangle, equilateral triangle, so you should also be sitting a distance away from the speakers, the same distance between the speakers, so to create a triangle. So just basically to explain, if I come into the picture, so the position that you most likely be sitting is right in the middle, excuse my head, and then you will actually be the same distance away from the speakers as the speakers are away from each other, so into a triangle, and that's pretty much the most desired position, the sweet spot. So when at this stage, so when I actually sit down, that means looking at the screen, I will be listening to them correctly. Now obviously, now that I have changed the position and the angle of the speakers, I have to readjust my panels, because these panels are basically the reflection panels. Basically what happens is the sound from my right speaker, from this end, this side, so my right speaker will actually come in and reflect and hit this wall and be deflected, so it does not come back and create the the room reverb effect. Same happens from my left speaker, will actually hit that one. So these panels will need to be readjusted and so that it works correctly, because previously they had different angles and they looked differently. So I'll be adjusting them, and that's what this one's for, at most of the time for mixing purposes, so that they stop the reflection, the first reflection. They're called, I guess, reflection panels or absorption panels and so on. So I'll give it a try, turn it on and have a quick listen of my latest mix to see if I hear any different, any resonances, any low-end issues or high-end issues that that might have been there, now they're not there, or it creates it. So because we don't know what the effects of these foams would be. So let's give that a try and have a few listens of some songs.
kun manuşmayri Kahtet saynak halale can Oknadan kun manuşmayri Kahtet saynak halale can Kahtet saynak Kıraktayım Tomişlesem anuşmayri Kahtet saynak Kıraktayım Tomişlesem anuşmayri
I have to say, actually, the bottom end is much tighter than I am used to. It's nice and bright and clear as it was, but the bottom end has definitely improved. I don't know how, but seriously, I thought that was bullshit, but it's true. It's true.
Haban Ahmestu Manmahagan
It actually it is true. It has made a difference. The bottom end, it has made a difference to the bottom end, and obviously this is my latest recording. That is the latest recording, and it's this track has pretty much everything that I have learned so far is included in there. It's got over 40 tracks. It's composed of. That's not including the MIDI tracks that I'm doing, live recorded audio soundtracks, and a whole heap of techniques like sidechain compressions and the kick drum, the snare, and the hi-hats, and all of those things are actually mixed and mastered to what I have learned so far, and it sounds really nice. It actually does sound much different. Not sure if because the foams have actually given me a little bit of angle now, and they're actually pointing downwards, a little bit downwards, so the reflection from the back of the room is not as much as it used to be, and lifting it up with the foam, I guess the lower ends, because these monitors do have porting, so the lower end is a bit much better lower end, so having it lifted up is making a difference. Not sure. I actually honestly have to say I didn't really believe that it will make a difference having the foams, but I said for the price, I think I paid about $30, $32 each, $60 Australian. I said, I guess it's, what the heck. At least even if the thing didn't work, having the angle might be nice for me. I just didn't want to put a wooden thing there. Sponge will be better, the foam. So, but it definitely makes a difference. So what I will do next is put some tones and play some tones and see and find out. I won't bore you with them because it'll be sweeping tones through the speakers to find out if there are any harmonics, vibrations, any buzzing sounds, and any of those things that will come up. Because previously, when they were actually sitting on my bench at certain low frequency, my LED downlights would actually vibrate and make buzzing sound, and I had to put a piece of paper in there and stuck in so that vibration from the speakers would not cause that, and that stopped it. Now I wonder if now that I've got the foam, if that problem still exists, or it has taken away. So we'll find out. I'll get back to you very shortly. Well, I just used my PreSonus Studio One tone generator and swept through the frequencies from 30 Hertz all the way up to 800 Hertz, because that's pretty much the low end frequency, mid-low frequencies that if there's any vibrations going to happen, it will happen anywhere between 30 to 120 Hertz anyway. But I thought I'll sweep a little bit further up to see if there's any issues and things. with it, and well, behold, you know, even at 30 hertz, I could actually feel the vibrations coming from the speakers and not from the ground. So I could actually put my hand on the desk and obviously wouldn't vibrate, but the vibration was in the room. So once I got up to about 50 hertz or thereabouts, 48, 50 hertz, that's when the speakers really were booming. So that's when the low end is really working. So I think the specs for these speakers, you know, they say, you know, the low end is about 40 hertz. So having 48, 49, 50 hertz is probably like that curve, the top of the curve that you're looking at, you know, about 3 dB point. So 0 dB point, because minus 3 dB point will be the 40 hertz. It's a bit technical, but yeah, I'm sure whoever knows what I'm talking about understands, because as you're looking at the curve, the curve goes up and then becomes sort of pretty much level and then back down again. They actually measure the frequency range of a speaker 3 dB below where the curve starts being straight, and that's 3 dB basically twice as loud or half as loud in this case point. So yeah, the speakers definitely perform, and I have tested this before as well, definitely perform to what the specifications are. And having the foams there, I guess it for sure improves the bottom end, and no question about it. So $64 well worth the money. And if you're, I guess the next mix will make will actually determine if it will make a difference in any of my tracks being recorded and mixed down, and compare it with my previous ones that I've recorded probably last year. Usually that's what I compare it to. When I'm mixing and mastering a song, I usually compare a song that I have recorded and mixed a year before and see how much improvement I have done, as well as obviously when you're comparing to a commercially released CD, the similar genre that you're recording, so as a reference, so you know how the commercially released song sounds like, and you try to get it as close as possible to the quality of the sound of that one. At the same time, compare with your previous recording to see what changes you have done that actually improved your recording and getting it closer to a commercial release CD. Well, that's about it for this video. I hope it was informative enough for you. So if you are thinking of getting the foams, I know there's a lot of reviews out there, just like yourself. I did not believe in them, so I actually had to go in and purchase and try them myself, and that's what I would recommend you to do. Give it a try, and you may be happy like myself, or you may not be happy. So don't come complaining to me if it doesn't work for you, but it definitely has worked for me. Until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and any comments, anything else you'd like to talk about, feel free to comment, and I'll be more than happy to respond to your questions. Till next time, cheerio.